Fight. Like, yeah.
But then how?
Yeah.
So how do I get? How do I
Yeah,
like
that's it.
this?
That's it.
Now what do I do?
Now you need a coach. Otherwise, I take it back. I take Merab. I can't pronounce his last name yet, but let me tell you, this kid, everything you want in a fighter. Myself, Ray Longo, we love this kid. He's fighting a guy that Dana personally flew out to put on this card. Fighter as a professional coach, and we don't have nothing to prove, bro. We doing like nobody doing like us. Like, you know, we are fighters. We are fighting TV. we are doing real job, and we don't have nothing to prove. Of course, you know, and I don't want to fight in the street.
Guys to respect it. And if the work rate of Merab is to decrease, if we don't see those 200 shots you were talking about earlier, it's going to be a big problem for Dishalavili.
You know what I think? You know, oh my God. No, what? Jill, what? What did you just call him?
Dishalavili? Merab Dishalavili? What's wrong with that?
That's the greatest pronunciation.
I mean, it'd be between Merab and Umar, I think, next year. I don't know. It's an interesting fight, but I would back Merab, I think.
But my job is to make sure that Umar, you know, we have the better opportunity to beat him. And it's not an easy task. No way is it an easy task. He's a great fighter. You know, so we have our work cut out for us. But, you know, I believe we can do it. But, you know, I'm supposed to believe that, you know, and I'm supposed to train my guy to believe that. And we're supposed to go in there with the belief that we're going to do that. And that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, honestly, like when you look at it, just like think about it, you're like, oh, it's a tough matchup for Umar. But then you start really looking at it and you're like, but he's going to outstrike Merab. And then Merab's going to get frustrated. He's going to shoot in. Umar's going to counter him. He's probably going to get to a dominant position.
In UFC 311's co-main event, the Machine will compete for the UFC bantamweight title. Merab Deals V will face Umar Nurmagomedov to defend his title. At first, Deals was hesitant to accept the battle, and he still didn't appear too enthusiastic about it. On January 18, 2025, Umar Devin V made it clear that he would stand against and respond forcefully to anyone who disrespected him or any other fighter, regardless of who was in front of him. Merab Deals also stated that he dislikes it when someone treats a fighter or his family disrespectfully, and that he is very possessive about that. He added that he knows he is a professional fighter and has nothing to prove because he can demonstrate his skills during
disrespect professional fighter or somebody's family or something like this. They have to learn, like you teach them, you teach this guy, like, you know, you cannot do this, you know. You somebody today, everybody like feels like they talk online and they think they can say in your face, but it's not life, you know. It should not be anything free like this, you know.
Right. So
that's why I want to just give them lesson, you know, like, you know, to don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of, you know, disrespect.
In a recent podcast, Merab discussed how he felt Sean Ali and Umar Nurmagomedov were different in their disrespect. Merab claims that Shah Ali never used foul language toward him and that he also made some amusing jokes about Shah Ali, but their banter was only meant to encourage their fight.
You know, I was making funny skits and stuff like this. He was champion, and I like nothing personal, nothing disrespect. Like I was just like just promote the fight.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
You have to,
right?
Doing your job,
right? Promote fight in a respectful way. Like, you know, yeah, funny way, but like nothing disrespect or something like that.
But according to the bantamweight champion, Umar has been acting like a child and using foul language against him online. Merab claimed that although he always treated Nurmagomedov with respect, he was shocked to see how he was making fun of him online. The Georgian boxer was furious and couldn't comprehend why Umar, who had never faced him before and had the opportunity to win the title, was posting so much hate speech on social media.
I know him every time we met. We have a good. So we know we have immense respect, you know, and then I used to respect, and I had so much love for him. And when you know somebody and somebody disrespect you, like not promote fight or just call the fight, he just called me so many bad words on Twitter. You guys can go Google, like you know, because of it was so many, and then also it's because of my English. I cannot exactly tell you, but that is the facts that he was disrespect me. And so when I met him in person,
Merab was extremely irritated by Umar's actions, which is why he became angry with him during the interview, since he felt that Umar wasn't saying all of that to encourage the fight, which only made him more. Merab even said he could have destroyed Umar if there had been no security present, but he refrained because he didn't want to make issues for the UFC personnel and security. Angry Deals Vili wanted to teach Umar a lesson and was waiting to teach him how to respect his opponent.
doing interview, and then I just from nowhere he show up, and then of course like it doesn't matter where I was supposed to see. I was so mad at him, and I wanted to tell him to why you disrespect me. You know, to be honest, I just wanted to fight him. You know, but. And then it was camera and security. It was UFC area, and then I know I don't wanna like any problem for UFC, and they don't like that they have security and people has job, and I don't wanna cause any issue. So, and I don't wanna just jump and straight slap and something like that. And I was respectful for everybody, but I can't.
The bantamweight champion went on to explain why he was so upset with Umar Nurmagomedov. According to Merab, when he asked Umar why he had disrespected him, his opponent's response only made him more enraged. Umar responded that he would keep saying what he wanted and that he could do whatever he wanted, but the Georgian fighter claimed that Umar was retracting his claims because he didn't admit in the interview that he had disrespected him.
What are you gonna do about it? And then I was so mad, and then I said whatever, and it was some talk between us. And in press conference, he say, "I never disrespect you." So and he just changed in like 30 minutes. In online before he did make one tweet that he was apologizing me. So like that's what I'm like. But now as a man, I lost. He lost the respect for me, and now I'm just like. I don't wanna.
In a different press conference, Merab voiced the same viewpoint. During the press conference prior to their fight, Merab expressed his frustration with his opponent's immature and disrespectful actions. "It's personal for me, so I was considering taking 6 months off between fights." Merab stated that every time I see him, I show him respect, shake his hand, and even told him I was going to fight him one day. However, he started talking trash online, which is not something that true men do. Javier Mendez, Umar Nurmagomedov's coach, responded to Merab's charges in a convincing manner. Mendez seems taken aback by Merab Dvalishvili's remarks. In all of his appearances and news conferences, Dvalishvili has been whining about respect, which Javier claimed he doesn't understand. According to Javier, Merab should remain prepared because he will face challenges from other fighters until he holds the title. He must act like a powerful fighter by refraining from such juvenile remarks. Men stated that Umar has battled against formidable opponents to get here and obtain this opportunity. Mendez even praised David V's fighting prowess and counseled him to concentrate on UFC 31 rather than wasting time and uttering pointless things. "I believe that Merab is a wonderful man and a fantastic champion, but we want what he has, so we're being given that opportunity, and we're talking about every aspect of it and doing everything we can to make sure that we get what we want, and we want that title earlier," Javier Mendez said. The veteran MMA coach Javier Mendez acknowledged that he has no problems with anything that Deals is saying. He said that he is loving and enjoying all of Merab's drama because it is eventually
Making it very, very interesting, and I like it. That's all I can tell you. I like it because it's causing interest. I'm sorry, but you know what? I give Merab an A+ for what he's doing because he's creating more interest on it by doing what he's doing. So, you know, call it Sly Fox, call it whatever. You know, I love what he's doing. I really do. So for me, Merab, keep it up because you're just making people want to watch. You're making people pay attention to this fight, you know, so keep saying whatever he needs to say. Just keep it between you and Umar, and you know what? You got my.
Additionally, Mirables discussed his goals for 2025, stating that he wants to keep busy following his championship defense against Umar Nurmagomedov in the UFC 311 fight. In order to demonstrate that he is the best bantamweight fighter and that he will prove it by defeating all the strong men in his division, Vili wants to give other fighters more opportunities. He stated that Shah Ali might want a rematch with him or perhaps Peter Yan, but he is prepared for any challenge. Merab Deals stated, "I want to be busy in 2025. He told the UFC that he would fight early on January 18th and that he wanted to be busy. He stated, "I know Sean Ali wants to come back in April, but I think Peter Yan will be in March, so maybe fight Peter in March and rematch Sean in April. Whoever is the next contender, I will clear the division once more." The former UFC athlete and Umar Khabib's cousin, Mammadov, also shared his reaction to the recent accusations made by Merab Dvalishvili. He expressed disapproval of what the bantamweight champion said about Umar. Khabib responded appropriately to Merab deals, saying that Umar would demonstrate to him in the cage how a true man reacts. When he started his career, Merab acted well, but when he won the title, he struggled. Umar is here not because he is my cousin, but rather because he is 180 and 6-0 in the UFC, and on January 18th, he will demonstrate why Merab is anxious.